What's up, guys? Welcome to Hunting Analysis. In this series, we're going to be analyzing my hunts, and I'm going to do my best to narrate what I'm thinking throughout the hunt, as well as just kind of give myself some constructive criticism, see what I could do better. This is not only to just improve myself and see how I can be a better hunter, but also hopefully to help the newer players get into more of an advanced player mindset. So today I'm going to be analyzing a fight of mine against Rey Dau, and I picked this hunt because I know that there are some mistakes that I make, and they're pretty obvious mistakes, and I want to point those out and come up with some better decisions that I could have made throughout the fight. And it's also, it's not a tempered Rey Dau or anything. This is already a pretty easy fight. It's probably going to be a somewhat short video, and I thought it'd be nice to start out this hunting analysis series with some easier fights, and then eventually we'll get into some of the tempered, harder monsters. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the clip play, and we will get right into it. I'm gonna pop in whenever I see fit. Alright, so right off the bat, if you're not familiar with longsword, kind of your first goal is to get into red gauge as fast as possible. So as you can see here, I'm kind of starting off with a sneak attack to get some damage, to go directly into my spirit charge, and then from there I counter the roar to get into my second charge level, a special sheath to prepare for this next attack that I know is coming. And now I'm in red gauge and I'm ready to go. So one thing I will say that I definitely could improve on is not foresight slashing so much. As you can see earlier, my adrenaline rush has already been procced from hitting these foresight slashes. So here, this probably could have been a spirit slash. I probably could have special sheathed in preparation for that roar and spirit slash there. One thing to note with longsword, and this is kind of longsword specific, but when you're wearing the this mantle, the frenzy mantle, technically I believe foresight slash when you're in red gauge and you're doing the whirling spirit slash at the end. I think technically it's going to do a little bit more damage than if you were to just spirit slash if you hit all of your attacks. Without the mantle, they're pretty similar on damage if you're hitting all of your foresight slash, but obviously you're using stamina and you're losing out on maximum light. So usually EI Spirit Slash is what you want to be countering with. It's going to be the most damaging, especially if you're not in red gauge, absolutely. Otherwise, I mean, when you're in red gauge, Foresight Slash is definitely an okay option. Okay, so let's go over this whole little interaction that just happened. So what happens here? How do we get into this situation where I need to Superman dive? A foresight slash, and I'm here. I'm kind of in an awkward position, stuck under his feet. Okay, and so here he does his little wing move, and I just missed time. My camera is not positioned correctly at all for this. I cannot see, I have no depth perception of when this wing is coming towards me here. And this is my own mistake. So here, when he flies away here, I'm trying to angle up to see him. As soon as I recognize, because I know what he's gonna do here, he's gonna do his wing attack, or he's gonna blast me with his horns. But if he blasts me, I have more than enough time to get out of the way and recognize that that's what he's doing. So here, I should probably be preparing for him to do his wing slide attack. And so I should be moving my camera here. Right here, this is like, obviously he's doing his wing slide attack. So instead of having my camera here where I'm in this weird position, I should be moving it upwards to get a more bird's eye view of this attack. Because right now, I just have no depth perception of when this is going to hit me. And so I mistime it. And now he blasts me. And so instead of Superman diving here, what I should have done, I absolutely had enough time here to get a thrust off and then foresight slash. And I could have foresight slashed towards him, used focus mode to then get the follow-up hit off and get the round slash onto him. I did not need to Superman dive this attack here at all. Another thing that could have happened, even if, let's say, I'm not using longsword, right? And so I don't have a counter available. So in this position here, I know that he's doing his blast. If I wasn't up against this rock, I'm already moving in this direction. Probably what I would have done is cut and moved this way. So, right, his blast is going to do a big AoE in this area here. So a way to get out of that is to just move to the side and get closer to him. He can't blast right in front of him. But obviously if you run right directly to him, it's still going to hit you. So you kind of cut off to the side and move in. I probably would have been able to just avoid this. Honestly, I probably didn't even need to put my weapon away. I probably could have just ran to the right and rolled. I had plenty of time here to do that. Because if you see on the ground, this is the area that this is hitting. It's not going to hit right here. So because I ran this way, obviously if I would have been running this way, it probably would have hit over here. But I could have ran this way and gotten closer to him while having my weapon out so that I could get the punish follow-up here. But instead, Superman dive to be safe, and I don't get any punish. And you'll notice my maximum might is off, my adrenaline rush is off, burst just came back, and now I hit my foresight slash to get that adrenaline rush back up. So here I think that I do my helm breaker because I know that there's a wound that I can pop. And so even though I know it's not necessarily optimal to use this, my gauge is about to run out. And I know that there's a wound that I can pop to get back to red gauge immediately. I know that there's this wound here on his leg. So of course I whiff, but I get it here, and there's actually another wound. So I go straight back into red gauge. And I must have known that because I don't even try to go into my spirit charge. So let's see if I can actually see that somewhere. So here I do this. I use my release slash. I miss that foresight slash, so I still get hit by that. And here, I believe I see this, and I see this wound. And so I'm thinking, okay, I can pop this, go to the right to get both wounds. And there must have been another wound on his head, and that's what I end up hitting here. But I go directly into red, and now I get this full punish off. And unfortunately, the paralysis cancels that topple, but this is still a really great opening here. Okay, and so here I think I made the right decision, but unfortunately this is probably a matchup knowledge thing that I didn't realize. So here I prepare for this wing slash, whatever you call it. I'm calling it a wing slash, his big wing move. I'm attacking him and I know he's flying away, and so I prepare with a special sheath. And I get the counter, but it doesn't hit him because this is his fast wing move. And it actually doesn't hit him here, and I get stuck in the long animation. And so here, this is almost exactly what happened before, but he was flying in the last one. And this time, I was already moving into the direction that I needed to just get out of the way. I put my weapon away and I just run up to him, and I know that he's going to end up about right here, and I'm going to get the wound punish off. I get a nice little ledge damage in, and now he's scald. And I don't think I noticed until right here. And so I lure pod to keep him, and I forgot it, I did this. I just force a habit, put down a shock trap. But Rey Dau is immune to those, so I picked that up and I put down my pitfall trap. One of the best changes they made in this game is that you can pick up traps. And so this is kind of an interesting interaction here. We'll just look at that one more time. So this again is his fast wing slash, but instead of moving this direction where I'm going towards the way that he's coming from, I'm actually slashing perpendicular to the direction that he's moving. And so I wonder if that caused that hit to go off, or if it was just because he went through the trap and so his hitbox ended up staying here. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, future Neff here. Since I recorded this and while I was editing, I decided to go back and fight Rey Dau a few times to see if I could get this same wing slash to occur where I couldn't hit the spirit slash, and I wasn't able to get it to happen again. So I don't know if this was just a really rare occurrence, if it was a really weird angle where I'm going directly where he's coming. But please, if you have any more insight about that hitbox and the interaction it has with Spirit Slash, please leave a comment below because I'm very curious. And that about wraps it up for this hunt. A little under 3 minutes. There were definitely a lot of improvements that I could have made in this fight. Please leave any comments down below with any more advice or important things I missed. I would love for these videos to be filled with tips and questions in the comments so we can have some interesting discussions about the hunts. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It helps a ton. I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace.